Hey, Coach Rick, it's Jeff Tay Caesar. Here's my film, and basically, before I started, I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, my basketball history. Um, Started playing when I was in sixth grade. Uh, I used to play. Um, how should I say this? I never played for a team, I should say, until sixth grade. I always played for fun against my older brothers. Um, I kind of learned my guard skills from being smaller than everybody I played with growing up. Um, I used to play post because in sixth grade I was tall, so I could dribble and play post. So I still have my post moves. I displayed a couple of them in some of the films. Uh, yeah, I think I'm a guard that's good at adapting to situations. I can play on the ball and off the ball. Um, I believe I can defend. I believe that I'm a leader on defense and a speaker. And I call out a lot of things. I like to communicate on defense. Um, I'm a penetrator on offense. I like to handle the ball. Sometimes I get sloppy. That needs fine tuning, which I've been working on. I've always been a slasher. I always like to get out and go and transition. If I got the rebound, I was taking it up, report myself and looking to make a play, whether it's a pass, shot, layup, whatever the case may be. Um, as far as shooting, I was a capable shooter. I don't want to call myself a shooter. Teams definitely sagged off of me because of the gap in the difference of skill between my shot and my drive. My drive was much more deadly, so they let me shoot. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I wouldn't. But that was something that I improved actually over the years. Um, yeah, and that's about it. And I'd like to start the film now. So I'll give you some commentary, actually, before I start the film. Um, I'd like to wait for a second. Yeah, before I start the film, I'd like to share with you that this game right here was against Samuel, I believe it's Samuel Wolfson High School, Jacksonville, Duval County. Um, they're a pretty good team. They usually make it to the Final Four, and they usually play tough competition in the Final Four. They made it to the Final Four, I think 6 times in the past 10 years, something like that. Pretty good team, very athletic. They outsized us. They outnumbered us. We ran a six-man rotation, where two of our players were very inconsistent. I should say, 15 to 21. Um, Number 11 was a good player. He could shoot, he could play, but he was just scared to play. Number 5 was at times he was quick to rush his shots, and sometimes he didn't think before he acted. Number 2 played like me, my best friend. He was a slasher also. Struggled with shooting a little bit more than me, but he is very crafty around the rim and has a nice touch for the glass. And he's very lengthy, and he's an excellent defender. Um, Number 15, he was a football player. He kind of didn't really come to practice. He just showed up and played because he was athletic, and he rushed a lot of his shots, and he didn't work on his post, so he didn't get a lot of post feeds. And when he did, it wasn't pretty, I should say. Number 21, he couldn't dribble. He could rebound. His shot was either really good or really bad. And I wanted to give you a background of my team because I wanted to let you know why some of the plays weren't made and why some of them were. Oh, and number 1, he was a good shooter, but he was overweight, so he couldn't move too quick. Sorry about that. And my coach kind of started off the year not liking me, I should say. This was the first game of the season, like I said, before we really could develop with each other. We played 2 preseason games, but they were terrible because players were suspended. So this was really the first game. Things I'd like to point out in this film specifically. My flaws are this is a good film to see all my flaws and see what I need to correct because although I had a decent offensive game, uh, it could have been a lot better. I believe I had close to double digit turnovers in the first half. Um, a lot of missed layups, lazy defense. There's a lot of bad stuff on this film, which is why I'd like to watch it and review it. So here we go. Oh, the film doesn't have any sound. I guess you can see that. Let's see if I can skip this. Oh, nope. Okay, so my assignment was against number three. He was a shooter. There a lot of people on the team can shoot, and they outsized as you can see, a very long team. They had a lot of shooters, a lot of penetrators, a lot of length. Here we are getting pressed in transition. Um, I I dribbled a lot, unnecessary dribbles. I'd like to call them. I believe this was a turnover where I just instead of making a wise play, I tried to do it myself. Very lethargic, hopping around, not really having a sense of urgency. Um, Missed layup right here, just going too fast, out of control, not slowing down. Seeing what I had in front of me, breaking the press, made a cut, lost the ball. I think they call it backcourt. It might have been it. Here I am playing defense. Very lazy defense, a very ugly move that shouldn't have worked. Wouldn't have worked if I was in the stance. And I won because of me, lazy defense. Here we are breaking the press. We had capable shooters, but sometimes if they weren't on, they weren't on. And that really made it hard because a lot of teams would key in on my driving ability. Poor spacing by me, looking for the ball instead of screening, calling for it instead of screening, and that's why there was that mishandled crossover resulted into a hockey assist. In transition, what I did best, um, probably could have set him up earlier, but look was there. missed layup, got nervous, and tried to get crafty with the ball when I should have just went up strong and took the foul if it did come. Make a pass, make a pass. Concept I like. Just rushed it and got a turnover. Very sloppy by me. I tried to back him down after I lost it. Driving kick was there. Could have been a little bit better. Better pass for the shooter's pocket. Could have been there for better help. Much better help. Could have played a lot more aggressive on defensive end. And breaking the press. Bring the ball up the court one on one. Transition. Layups. I was about 70% free throw shooter, I'd say. Very tired. Um, Lazy defense by me. Should have been a lot more active on the help side drive. That was at the end of the quarter. Can't remember the score. You could probably assume we ended up losing this game. I think it was by about 13 points. They scored in the 80s. We scored in the 60s or something like that. Should have been a hit. I thought it was good. I think I'm not the game. I'll fast forward it. Oh, did it again. Oh, I'm in. My mistake. I was very unconfident in what I wanted to do. Very indecisive. And when I doubted the offense, I tried to take it myself, which a lot of times didn't work. Sometimes it did, but it probably would have helped us if I would have been more aware. Lost the ball. I tried to be safe and dribble it out, and I turned the ball over. That's because I rushed myself on that play. Terrible spacing. Very, I should say, idiotic basketball by me to not try to space the floor and screen and try to get people open. That probably could have been a charge. Uh, should have made a different play. My man got that rebound. It was a long rebound. Should have cleared him out more. Pass got tipped. Probably should have been stolen. But I saw the look. Maybe the pass gets there. I don't know, against somebody else, but that was a bad decision against that person. trying to move the ball quick against the zone. Um, and just about good play. In just about every single game, well, I should say good game, I realized that moving the ball against the zone very quick with crisp passes with a purpose, best thing to do. Unfortunately, my team struggled with spacing and the threat to penetrate. Probably should have been a kick right there, but that was the inconsistent shooter. I didn't want to make that play. I wanted to try to get something else. That's why I backed the ball out. And I don't know why I cut. Messed up inbound play. Got lucky. Transition. Just like to get out and run. Try to get as much numbers as possible and give up the ball when I'm stopped. If I'm not gonna keep going. That's my motto. Could have blocked out on that play. Pressure in the pass. He rushed it and threw a turnover. Trying to direct the offense in his zone. It's quite tough. A lot of people didn't want to get the middle catch, which I could have done more of in the year. Probably should have. A lot of walking throughout the game for me. A lot of indecisive movements, standing straight up, not playing with passion or intensity. Very lethargic and nonchalant. I think that was a big downfall. I think it really hurt my team too because when I did bring energy, it seemed like they brought energy with me. So